Hello, noble ones, and welcome to Metatron's Academy. So today we're checking out the channel Goluremi Languages. And so he made a video called I Got Bored of English, so I Spoke 8 Languages Instead. We already actually reacted to him once, and I remember I was quite impressed with his Italian, so I hope we get some Italian here. Here's the thing, though. I gotta show you the thumbnail. You need to see the thumbnail, guys. Yes, for some reasons, we've got Trump on the thumbnail. And yeah, so let's see the flags. We do have Italian, Spanish, Swedish, German, French, Danish, Russian, and what's the one on the top left? Is that... Oh, I think that's Croatia, is it? Please, sorry if I'm incorrect. Without further ado, I'm curious. What are we getting here?
Guys, I just want to say this video you're about to watch is batshit crazy. I don't apologize for that because I am crazy. However, we're going to do this format. We're going to figure it out. So just enjoy the madness of an insane person and click subscribe and we'll see you later. Thanks.
I love that.
Bye.
Okay.
Bienvenidos, cabrones, a este video. No tengo un plan. No tengo un plan para este video, pero tengo unos periódicos, ¿ok? Vamos a ver lo que está pasando en el mundo. Porque znaš šta, meni je malo dosadno uvijek.
Oh, you switched already from Spanish. Okay, I thought it was going to be a little longer. Well, it is a 4 minutes video, so fine. They're just very, very brief. Very brief. I can't even speak English, never mind.
Pričat na engleskom, samo to. Nemam ja neki plan za ovaj video, ali možemo vidjeti šta se dešava. Svi znaju da nešto se dešava tamo u Iran. Čuo sam da Trump, ne znam kako bi rekao Trump, vjerojatno...
How is his Croatian, by the way? If you're a native speaker, let me know. I think now he's trying to figure out how they pronounce Trump in Croatian. I haven't got a clue.
Na hrvatskom oni kažu Trump. Pa, nemam ja pojma. Ho sentito che Trump... Si dice Trump o Trump? Deve essere Trump. Si dice...
Actually, neither. In Italian, it's Trump. So what's happened? So I'm going to listen to his entire Italian thing, but first I need to answer this as a native speaker, okay? So in Italian, what we do with foreign names is that we try to approximate it while still using the original matrix of our language in terms of vowels and the rest. And sometimes we F up the stress placement, but in general. Now, you see, the U in Trump, which is the same U that you use in pump, run, understand, it's that U, right? Bus. To be technical, is an open mid and rounded vowel. It's mid, so it's kind of a little bit further in the back, if you will. Now, it varies depending on accents. Mum, it's still the same sound, but it is closer to the Italian A. It's not the same as the Italian A, because the Italian A is an open central around it, so it's created a little further forward in the mouth, but it is the closest approximate that we have in Italian. So in other words, every time that we have the U in English that sounds a bit like a sound, then Italians approximate it with the A of our alphabet, and it becomes Trump. I hope that helps.
Se tu sei italiano, dimmi nei commenti, però ho sentito che lui ha detto affanculo a Iran.
President Trump against Iran. Now he says Iran has 48 hours before, quote...
Okay, look, war is a terrible tragedy no matter what, and my heart always goes to any casualty when it comes to war, when it's innocence, okay? I don't care the race, I don't care the language they speak, I don't care what they look like. If it's innocence, particularly children, my heart always goes to them. The reason why I'm laughing, though, is because of what he said. He said, Trump ha detto vaffanculo. It's a really funny way to say it, okay? I really can tell that this guy has had experience with Italians in his choice of words, because he has a humor, if you will, that I don't know if you can tell why it's funny. Maybe if you're a speaker of Romance languages, the expression kind of caught me off guard a little bit. He learned by playing football in Italy, I believe. He'll correct me if I'm wrong.
All hell will rain down on them.
Open the f***ing strait, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell.
In una guerra ci sono sempre le persone senza la capacità, l'abilità di difendersi.
Sì.
Non lo so, per me
Gli innocenti.
La guerra è sempre una situazione di merda. Yeah.
Certo. Ok, va bene. Very, very small.
Je veux dire, on va changer, on va parler un petit peu en français maintenant. Mais
Très bien, on peut faire comme ça alors.
Je sais pas. Qu'est-ce que je voulais dire? Je parlais de...
On peut parler de la France, on peut parler de l'Italie, on peut parler de la cuisine française.
De Trump. De Trump. Pas... Comment tu dis ça en français?
Trump, peut-être. Je ne sais pas si on peut dire Trump en français. En fait, je pense que la prononciation Trump, quand j'habitais en Angleterre, quand j'habitais à Manchester, j'habitais avec un Français pendant 6 mois et donc il m'enseignait beaucoup de choses. Je pouvais pratiquer la langue française avec lui tous les jours. Et en fait, bien sûr, j'ai étudié la langue française à l'école quand j'étais plus jeune, mais je pense que c'est avec lui que je pouvais vraiment commencer à utiliser la langue française pour la conversation, pour parler un peu de beaucoup de choses. Par exemple, on pouvait aller à l'église ensemble, et donc on pouvait lire les Écritures, parler à propos du Seigneur, de la parole du Seigneur et toutes ces choses comme ça. On pouvait faire ça en français. Mais je pense que la prononciation, il pouvait parler anglais aussi, mais l'accent est très fort, était très fort. Par exemple, il dit the bus, bus, bus. Mais bon, je ne suis pas français, je suis italien, donc je ne sais pas.
C'est un peu de Trump, Donald.
Donald. Et Donald, oui.
Wie mir dir.
German.
Also lass uns mal sehen, was wir haben hier. Wäre ein bisschen besser. Ich habe was auf Deutsch, glaube ich. Also wollen wir sprechen über Sport oder keine Ahnung, was?
Das ist sehr gut. I don't speak German, I haven't got a clue what he's saying. I'm reading the subtitles, but I wanted to say something. Ja, sehr gut. Und interessant. Das ist, I don't know what I'm doing.
Haben wir denn hier? Colin Fernandes zeigt Christian Umen an. Ja, das ist sehr langweilig. Ich dachte, wir hatten was in Nürnberg. Okay, eigentlich bin ich Fußballspieler. Okay, ich habe gegen Nürnberg gespielt. Das ist
How is his German?
vielleicht 15 oder mehr. Nächsten
Okay, he's moved to Danish. Auf Wiedersehen. And I don't know anything about Danish, but let's go.
Det er næsten 20, det tror jeg. Det er lang tid siden, men jeg spillede i Kansas City, så spillede jeg i MLS. I den tid, jeg tror, det hedder Kansas City Wizards. Kansas City Wizards, men okay, was snakker jeg? Nürnberg, okay, ja, also wir haben gegen Nürnberg gespielt. Eigentlich habe ich nicht gespielt. Also mein Trainer, vielleicht hasst er mich noch. Ich muss eigentlich sagen, dass ich am Anfang...
So his German is a lot longer than his Italian and his Spanish. I wonder if it's because he just on that day felt like speaking German more. I'm covering the flags, I just noticed, apologies. Or if it's because he's more confident in German, or maybe because it's a language he's focusing on right now. Because of course, if I had to make a video where I switch languages casually without a script, I probably would, I would definitely spend longer on those languages that I'm more confident in. Or perhaps I might spend longer in a language, even if it's not one of my highest, simply because it's been the focus of my personal studies and attention. An example of that would be Mandarin for me right now. Even though I'm more fluent in Japanese than I am in Mandarin, like not even close, but still, I might spend some time in Mandarin, extra time in Mandarin, precisely because I want to practice it more, if you know what I mean. So I wonder if this is just a matter of, or he's just more fluent in German than he is in Italian, or if it's another reason as the ones that I've just mentioned.
Als ich Deutsch gelernt habe, ich dachte immer, das Deutsch war so hässlich. Und ich habe so viel Zeit mit der deutschen Grammatik verschwendet. Also du hast keine Ahnung, wie lange. Ich dachte, okay, ja, also Dativ und Akkusativ und so weiter. Man macht das nicht. Du kannst...
Yeah, that's crazy in Latin too.
Ach du Scheiße, wie viel Zeit habe ich verschwendet. Also ich würde sagen, dass mein Deutsch ist gut genug. Also ist nicht meine Muttersprache, weißt du. Also zu Hause sprechen wir Englisch, natürlich. Also meine Mutter kommt aus Chicago und mein Vater kommt aus Nigeria. Also so sprechen wir kein Deutsch. Koji jezik želim pričat sada? Sad već sam pričao na hrvatskom, malo na ruskom. To ja ne znаю. Ja. Если вы не знаете...
Man, this guy is a PhD in swear words.
Кухня. Если вы изучаете русский, надо знать, надо смотреть кухню. Отличная серия. Знаешь, что там в России, я не знаю, что там происходит. Футбол не вижу,
I do like that they say Russia for Russia. It kind of sounds a little closer to English, because in Italian we just pronounce it Russia, which is why I think he thinks that we would say Trump instead of Trump. But the reality is that the reason is that so with words of a foreign origins that have fully integrated within the Italian vocabulary, and in fact they've been morphed in order to become the Italian equivalent, like in the case of Russia or London, which becomes Londra, those words, it does happen sometimes that we just read them the Italian way, and so the vowels stay the way we would read them. So in this case, Russia and Russo is the language. But with foreign names like Trump or Biden, it's not like we would say Biden, even though the I is always an E in Italian, but everyone says Biden. It's just that we adapted to our morphological sound matrix that we have. So I, Biden, rather than Biden. The D stays Italian. It's very, very... So if there is an aspiration in a name, we usually drop it. So like, if you give me a name, even the word hotel, we say hotel, so we drop the H because H's are not pronounced. So there is always a little bit of an Italianization, if you will. Everyone does it, of course. Some countries do more than others. France is one of the countries that freaking... Italy and France, but in Spain as well, we maintain a strong accent when we pronounce foreign words. But yeah, so that's why with Trump, we don't actually say Trump, but people do roll their R's. They do say Trump. So the R is rolled. I guess unless you're from Sicily. If you're from Sicily, you can do the ch sound, Trump, because that's actually how Sicilians do it. Sometimes it depends when we are speaking Sicilian, and sometimes some people do it and it sort of bleeds into their Italian, and they, like, for instance, instead of saying il treno in Sicilian, u treno, u treno. And so, upigai su treno, chiara no treno, money. So Sicilian does have the ch sound, but sometimes we also use the r, so it kind of depends.
Не знаю, пропаганда пиздец сейчас, так что правду не знаю, что там показывают, что там в России. Война там в Украине, что происходит, не знаю, сейчас у нас Иран, Эпстин.
Yeah, no.
Jag vet inte.
Swedish.
Ska vi prata lite svenska nu? Okej, jag vet inte vad jag gör. Okej, håll käft, man. Jag vill bara prata lite, jag vill inte bara på engelska.
I actually really like the sound of Swedish. I wish it was longer, but it went back to freaking German!
En video. Ich habe wirklich keine Ahnung. No tengo idea. ¿Qué pasó? Je sais pas. Vraiment. That's the... Yeah, bye.
Dai, un altro po' di italiano, però.
Ah,
Che tu sei bravo in italiano, parlane un po' di più.
whatever.
Dai.
Vamos a ver lo che sta passando nel mondo. A me ne malodosno uvijek pričam na engleskom. Per me la guerra è sempre una situazione di...
Lo so, la guerra è una cosa terribile purtroppo. Va bene, allora abbiamo visto il video, Why Am I Speaking Italian? So thank you for the video, it was fun to watch. And yeah, I mean, one day I'd like to do a collaboration with him. We actually spoke about it, and maybe I think the easiest thing to do with him, if you watch this, Goluremi, why don't we do one of these days a very simple video, and the prompt will be how you learned Italian and how you reached to your level. And then from there, depending on what answer you give me, this worked with me, but this is the other thing I did, then when maybe we can let it continue naturally and perhaps discuss language learning and how to be effective at reaching fluency in any given target language you may have. But I think that could be the prompt, just talking a little bit about your experience learning Italian. I think that would be quite interesting. All right, so let me know. Thank you very much. Au revoir. If you appreciate my content so far and wish to help ensure my ability to continue to tell it how it is, regardless of any possible backlash, please support this channel on Patreon. Any support helps me and my team of academics keep the channel strong and gives us the means to fight back against the political rewriting of history. Stand with us, form the wall, defend the truth.